Third time is a charm. Maybe this time I will finally reach that medieval village. You know, I'm actually wondering. So this is pile of shit, obviously, and these are either pumpkins or something very related to them, just freely emerging here. Yep, those are small pumpkins. It does not look to me like they are here on purpose. I think they just started growing naturally from the pile of shit over there, which means if I take one, probably nobody would care or notice. I'm not going to do that. But you know, it's almost like they are wild pumpkins when you think about it. Started growing on their own, nobody seems to care. Now last time I was here, I needed to take off my shoes to pass through the small stream. This time I don't think there will be a need for that. But let's see. Oh. Yeah, I can already see everything is much different now. I'm hearing somebody screaming, but I think it's just people talking normally. Yeah. You know, talking from one side of the hill to another. So this is the stream. Looks much different this time. Wonder what happened to all those little ponds, frogs and dragonflies up the hill. There are also some small ponds here. Everything was a stream last time. There was a waterfall here. It was so loud I have to move a bit further away when I talked. And now only chirping crickets. Part of this pond survived, and I already see some frogs. I'm not going to scare it further. I see three froggies. I bet there is much more that I don't see. Again, being careful, because some of the little ones can be here, hidden in the mud. Well, let's go. Just a lizard. Everything on the left side, these yellow flowers, is wild mustard. I confirmed it. And it's not black mustard or some other kinds that are very good for making mustard sauce. This one, you can make the sauce from it, but it's the taste is really not that intense. It's much more bland, and it's a question if it is worth it. Of course, that does not mean I'm not going to try it. which means I need to come here after the flowers are gone and seed pods appear to pick them up and collect them. I will take some tiny amounts just for the experiment's sake. So one of the reasons I intentionally chose this route for today is the sun is very strong and there is a lot of shade. Majority of the path is like this, so it's very convenient. I was even afraid I was not going to make it because I woke up with a migraine, and I tend to get those on the weekends. When the stress from the working week stops, my migraines are up. And I took a strong pill. I still, even after 1 hour and a half, don't feel it entirely kicked in. Still feel some pain and discomfort, but I think I'll be fine. Last time there was one Amanita here, right on this spot. I think some remains are even visible. And this is how it ended up. So this is after 1 week. I think it's Amanita ovoidea or something. I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, or something very similar. I wouldn't say it was Death Angel, or how is it called? It's not Death Angel, it's something similar. But anyway, let's not play with Amanitas, and everything will be fine. Oh. Very soft to the touch. They're growing from the tree, from the rotting tree branch, but it looks like as if they're growing from the leaf, so it looks funny. You know, I wouldn't say it is entirely impossible that I find something interesting today in terms of mushrooms, or maybe some other things, who knows. The village itself where I'm heading to, it's really nothing spectacular because only few of the walls remain, and nothing really to show off visually. It's not exactly a Roman Colosseum, let's call it like that. So, but we will see. Oh, froggies. There must be some here. Yes, one there. Oh, it's muddy, which is good. It's good for the mushrooms. You know, actually, I prefer to be in these kinds of barefoot shoes in the mud, because they don't collect a lot of mud. This is very sticky, clay-rich soil, and when you have those hiking boots with great gaps in the sole, they are really acting as, I don't know how to say it, but the soil really likes to glue to those things, and then you end up with half a kilo of clay on your hiking boots or hiking shoes. But on these, it's really nothing for the mud to stick itself to, and it's much more easier to walk. The dragonfly is here on the same spot, maybe the same one. I'm not sure how long they live. Do you want to get to know me today? Last time you were orbiting around and now it's been a week. Maybe you have gathered some courage. No? Oh, you act just like just like me in some situations. Come on. You also need months to gather courage for the first approach. Op, okay. 1, 2 frogs. Do you think these frogs would turn into anything if I kissed them? Where are you? I hear your wings. Hey Wednesday, my dude. Hello. Okay, I'll stop bothering you. Where is the dragonfly? I just wanted to say goodbye and move on. Come on. Okay. Very shy dragonfly. It even rhymes tiny bit. Oh, over there. I do guess it needs a lot of energy to fly. It must. Most likely it eats something every now and then, but they are good hunters, so I don't have any doubts that it's very successful. Just the soil here is so sticky you don't even have to worry about slipping. You might have to worry about being stuck to the ground though. That's another thing. If it goes to some extreme. Beautiful October forest. So it's October the 1st today. October is a very romantic month, isn't it? Talking about romance, let's switch to a contrasting topic of burning and pillaging villages. So this is the road. I'm not entirely sure, but it is very likely on this exact road horsemen from Venice were passing on it to hide in the forests, where later on they would set a trap there and they would surprise villagers that came out in early morning, a bit before dawn, with their cattle. Horsemen from Venice then stolen all their cattle, and in the records that I managed to find, it's mentioned it is around 50 cows. They also burned a few, how do you say it, mills, like for milling, making flour. They burned those, I think all of those that they had, and few houses. So I think the entire village was left pretty much without means of survival, without almost any cattle or no cattle at all. Nothing. Burned, sacked. Did not find any data on the people killed or taken hostage to be slaves. Likely that happened too. Hey! So I'm talking about the year, I think it was 1618. I'm telling a romantic story about how people got killed and enslaved. Why Venice did it? Well, it was the time of the war between Venice and Habsburgs, and this was the area where there was a limit between those two territories. It was a border between them, and oh, you're here again, on the exact same spot like earlier. And when they attacked because it was a revenge actually for a previous attack that was done by Habsburgs. Somewhere close to this territory. Here it is. Again, the same Amanita. So how do you recognize it? Bulb. You see the bulb, it's Amanita. I'm trying to get a nice view from below. I'll take a photo and move on. You see, it's special because this part seems a bit cut down, sort of. So it must be some special species. I think ovoidea also has it, I'm not sure. But it's the same one, really, from earlier on the exact same spot. So there must be something here that makes Amanitas happy. We'll take a photo and move on. Here we have finally something interesting and possibly edible. This is some type of funnel mushroom. You see it is shaped like a funnel. Maybe when I will be getting back. To keep it more fresh, I'll remember it. I also need something sharp or some way to cut them properly, not to damage the part beneath. Let's go. Got a mission today. Need to reach some point before the dark. Well, it's time for some interesting macro photography. Not with GoPro, of course. Look. So tiny. I think if I would to pick these up, they would just dissolve. They are so small. They would disappear between my fingernails or something. I just cannot imagine picking them. But I'm going to take a photo. The sound of leaves falling is amazing. It's very intense. It's like a small branches that get cracked. Listen. I never quite felt it this way. Never before. And I'm alive for more than 30 years. I wonder which mushroom that is, and I also wonder those horsemen from Venice. Where did they hide, if they even used this path before? It must have been very similar to how it is today. Maybe the vegetation is quite something. So they would have to... Imagine having horses. Maybe going a bit further away and hiding them somewhere deeper inside. Well, it's been several hundred years, so maybe not everything is exactly the same. But I do wonder. That looks like a good spot, because there's this hillside, and then up there it looks like maybe it's a bit less hilly. And if you're walking, you have trouble seeing up there what is up there. So good place to hide, maybe. Especially in the dark and early dawn when they attacked. Interesting. Really wonder where did they hide. Maybe I'm looking at the exact place where it all happened. They seen the villagers coming with their cattle, and they streamed downhill to attack them. Who knows? So St. Anna Church with glagolica is a special kind of type of writing from the medieval times in this area. It is from 12th century. And you can see how much has remained from the church. The church being here tells me I'm very close to the site of the town I'm looking for. Maybe I'm at it. I see two roads, one going up, one going to the right. My intuition tells me to go up. And there I should find that medieval town. So let's see how this looks. I'm standing on a church from the 12th century. I'm not even sure was it something before either, in prehistory and so on. If I didn't know because of the monument, would I even be able to tell? Well, there are some peculiar sets of stones. But I don't think there's something, that would make you say, yes, this is what it was. These little flat ones, I think they were some part of some structure, building materials. I don't know which ones. This one. This one as well. Imagine if I find something with medieval writing on it. It'd be amazing. I would be so happy. And I would have to give it to the museum, but anyway, I would be happy to find it. is most certainly something newer, I think. Somebody was maybe drinking here. All these stones are something, so they were part of the walls, most likely. Floor, other things. Let's see, big one. If it was not marked, I would guess that something is here because of the location. You know, it's forest, and suddenly there is this empty part, and it's elevated a bit. So this would probably raise my suspicion. But just looking at the floor, I'm not certain I would be able to tell. Maybe I would feel something is a bit interesting, but I won't be able to tell what. This is always good, this kind of experience. To see some site like this, to explore what it looks like now. And maybe one day I find something undiscovered and I know what to look for in that new place. It was a tiny church. Okay, there is a sign there. I need to check it out to see where it points to. But I will hang around a bit more here. The church. 12th century. Everything here is part of building materials. So 12th century was before 1618, the period when the attack happened. So it is the time from the period where that village was thriving. It was alive. Nobody attacked it yet. Nobody stole any cattle. That means I'm very close to what I was looking for. And indeed, third time is a charm. I finally did my mission. Look at this huge stone block. Going all the way here. This one next to it. The other one here. Screaming children there. Let's see what do we have here. Maybe I can hide from them. Maybe I'm moving towards the direction of the town. Who knows? Or of the people. Maybe the horsemen from Venice appeared to attack. But this is interesting path. See? On the right track. They are attacking the church now. Let's hide. Beautiful view though. Oh, these are Germans. So not Venice, but Habsburgs. Hear them talk. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, aber sehr schlecht. I feel like I'm being chased. Wow. I must say, they redirected me to a really nice place. Look at this. Beautiful. Wait, I see something over there. Did not expect this. I think this is it. It was near the cliffside. Is it maybe possible I found it on pure accident while running away from the tourists? Wait, there must be some better way. Watchtower. Another one there in the distance. Wow. I need to take a panorama photo of this. This is beautiful. This is really, really beautiful. Okay, long grass. To be careful here because of the snakes. Hopefully no Venice horsemen inside the grass. St. Jacob Church and cemetery. Wow, there are skeletons underneath. From until the end of 18th century. That one was older, so this one lasted more. Apparently, I keep finding churches. Where is the cemetery? Wait a minute. Look. That pile of stone. Piles of stones. They look suspicious to me. But see this? These horny things. They are my worst enemies, always blocking me to get to everything that is of my interest. So, the church, another one. This one even more concealed, even though it is newer, like it lasted more centuries. See what vegetation does, you would never tell. But you could tell because of the, you see how the view is beautiful here. So the view is perfect, it's strategical site, elevated, with nice visibility. And no trees growing, no larger trees. You can see it is pretty much grassy here. So these are the telltale signs, even for prehistoric sites and for medieval ones. At least that's what I noticed during my searches. Well, apparently, as far as graves go, there is a car grave over here from the 12th century. No. See, some pile of stones, smaller ones underneath here. Interesting. What are you? What were you? Oh. Maybe I could get some spare parts for my Fiat. I don't know what it is. Oh, Habsburgs are here. Okay. Interesting. I don't think there is even one thing that could tell me what kind of model and mark that car is. So I'm going to give up. I'm so happy I found this just by accident, really. Not looking at maps, I don't have any connectivity here. I love having no connectivity. I'm fed up with the connectivity. Times for some dopamine detox. I hear Germans down there. Let's prepare for attack. Let's hide. It's good to have imagination, isn't it? Here it's beautiful, such a beautiful view, that little hunting house. It's like I'm in the middle of Skyrim. Up there are some trees, houses. After this village was sacked, they rebuilt it, I think, somewhere over there. I wouldn't try to get there, it doesn't look too stable. Was ist los? Was ist das? Das ist Kontrabass. Really? Look at these views. I just cannot stop walking around and saying, look at these views. Seems I will end up sleeping here. Are you kidding me? The town is there. I had no idea. I just wanted to see the view because I had a feeling the view is nice, which it is. This is amazing. It's getting more amazing and more amazing. But if they are looking for the town, they will come here. Wow. I did not know I will actually find it. And I did not know I will find it by accident here. Amazing. Let me take a photo and move on. I have never seen anything quite like this. Look at this. It's like a small gate. It's a gap in the forest and the trail following it. Really? This is amazing. Of course, it's time for another photo. Finally, after so many tries, so many fails, so many plans to visit this place for years, I am entering it. There is nothing much inside. I expect to see. There is a ton of praying mantis. Mentees. How do you say it? 1, 2. Okay. I'm coming in peace. This is a hornet. I think it's the largest kind we have. And you don't want to make them mad. Fortunately, they are less aggressive than the small ones. But you know, will you follow me? Are you showing me the way? I see the way, thank you. You just be happy. I'm coming in peace. Hopefully not in pieces. Come on. Okay, it's gone. I have those actually living near my house. They are my friends. Look at this. Look at this beauty. Can't believe it. What a nice view and everything. I'm surprised. I am entering the village. Now, all my eyes focused on finding anything I could find. Yes, the old town. Well, I think... Okay. I have plenty of time. Beautiful. It looks like some kind of a gate. These branches like this. Butcher's broom. Maybe I already mentioned it somewhere else, but whenever I'm visiting a prehistoric site or even medieval ones, there is always a ton of butcher's broom. I don't know if it is coincidence or there is some explanation behind it, but it's pretty interesting. Let's go find those walls. Or maybe this was the kind of forest where horsemen were hidden. It wouldn't be impossible. They did attack nearby, as it is written down. As soon as villagers got out, it happened, it seems. So this is a more likely candidate than that forest I was talking about earlier. I think Yeah, this is a shell from a shotgun or hunting gun or something. I don't have any guns on me. Don't have the license. Sometimes I think it would be fun. I would just do it for fun and for the anticipation and stuff. Not to kill anything. Maybe I would shoot at targets or something. Some large bird is up there, but I don't see it. You know, I hear water. I think it will be a long way up. Uphill. Oh. But okay. Never mind. Where are the walls? Nothing but forest. The walls. Something smells very mushroomy here. Very, very mushroomy. Don't see much though. Maybe they are mushrooms in my head or my imagination. But really, so intense. Jays are squeaking down there, like they always do. Okay, you know, you remember from the story, the Venice horsemen, they burnt down mills, so water mills that were used to mill flour. Well, that had to be near the water, so the town had to be near the water, near the stream that we hear, and it must mean we are close. Okay. Oh, another information tab. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Is it finally it? Yes. Wait. The walls. Ha! I've done it. St. John Church in front of the castle called the Old Town. This is the castle where the villagers were hiding along with their entire families, their cattle as well, their belongings. This is the castle from where they got out when later they were ambushed in the forests and had their cattle taken away from them. I don't know the exact, so this is the castle. The town must have been around it, somewhere close. Mills must have been downstream. So the buildings that were around, they were sacked, they were destroyed, burnt down. That is recorded. Let me appreciate this church a bit more. Okay, a lot of cyclamas again. Very nice, pleasant smell. Large stone blocks, but still, you see. This stone block would be very suspicious to me, for example, if I didn't know what is going on here. But look at this. Look at this kind of vegetation. How it's all hidden. Every time I see something like this, I think about how many things are there underneath that we don't know about, and it's not discovered yet. Even from times much, much earlier, much before. The walls. Finally. Finally I got you. The very same path, most likely, where those villagers came through. And they got out. Poison ivy. It says you need to be cautious when you look around. You don't say. Let's go inside the walls. Well, on the walls. I think. Something. See something up there. Okay, I will need to put this camera somewhere more convenient. Need both hands. Wow, okay. The stream. This is where those mills were. Would be interesting to try to find remains of them as well. Maybe some other time. I have more time on my hands. Beautiful. Everything that remained from the castle is only this one wall, which is interesting. I don't know what could have caused it just for one part of the wall to remain here. Like, this is the explanation behind it. Were the other ones teared down on purpose, or something happened? So many questions, right? So little answers. I'm going to sit here, take a few photos, enjoy the view. Beautiful. I'm on a medieval Hillfort. This is the definition of the Hillfort. It's a fort on a hill that's used in times of wars for people to hide in. And when you think about it, how many such occurrences through history appeared, it is only pretty recent that we don't have any castles and forts anymore, because of course, obvious changes in warfare and everything we have at our disposal. Bombings, planes and stuff. But Hillforts were there for most of human history. The sun is coming out, showing those beautiful fall colors. Well, this wall was standing here for hundreds of years. I really hope it won't crumble down now. Crumble down now when I'm sitting on it. It would be a very bad luck, Brian, kind of a thing. I'm a bit tired. I have a long way back. Steep, long way back. Uphill, downhill. I'm just going to be happy in this moment. Call this mission success, finally, and if something happens, I will turn the camera back on. Cheers! My camera kept crying, battery is low, so I had to change it. What I wanted to say, so this area is really tiny. First of all, starts somewhere where this little path ends. Second one is immediately over here. So that means that the villagers had really little space. You can imagine them being crowded, scared, with their cattle and everything. I knew it was crowded. I actually guessed it was like that, but I didn't know it was this tiny. I'm trying to find a place where I can catch on a branch or something. I don't trust these branches, but okay. Okay. Look. So this is, let me just take a photo while I'm here. Another wall, another part of it. It must be something semicircular or most likely rectangular, I think. And yeah, let me take a panorama shot. Anyway, I'm trying to imagine those poor people. Maybe they were not poor, maybe they had time of their lives. You know, when there is a war or there is some other kind of stuff going on, it actually makes human work together, and community is best then, because we need to survive. Oh, look at this. A russell. You don't have to tell me. I know it's filled with maggots. Look. You know, to be... there is a mortar behind it. Or how do you say it? But it does not look too stable. I think it's a bit dangerous to be here. Most likely. Okay. But with these things I always rely on the probability. If something was standing here for hundreds of years, I would be very unlucky to have it crumbled down once in a lifetime when I get here for a few minutes. And if I'm really that unlucky, then I will let the fate take me away. Huh. Interesting. Another fall of some kind is over there. Well, I'm standing on some structures. Stone blocks, big ones. So the wall is going around and then goes there. Maybe this is some kind of tower or something. I really don't know, so that's why I am here being like, maybe this, maybe that. Better to say maybe than to pretend I'm certain when I don't know. Look. Oh, beautiful. Goes over there, continues here. Well, if there isn't a geocache somewhere over here, I need to put it. Need to put one. It's a perfect place for it. I'm inside the Hillfort. I'm inside the walls. See another wall there. I think a lot could be found here if there was a lot of population living here at one time. The soil also must be very fertile. My guess is it would have this black color. Yes. This is how I imagine it. So, a lot of organic material, because people lived here. This is common on Hillforts. Wall going over all the way there. Stone blocks. I need to touch these walls and these blocks. I'm a touchy person. Touchy-feely. Nothing really. Huh. Hey Jace, don't be afraid. It's just me. With my hands. Hundreds of years ago, there was a hand that was setting these blocks one on top of the other. And now mine is here. And who knows how many other hands were there. The canyon is down there. So this is the end of the cliff. Remember that part, be careful when you look around because there's a cliff. Well, I'm not going to eat your babies. Relax. Shut up. I know you don't understand me. Some kind of something was here, so most definitely. You know, if there was a research, I'm sure as soon as you start digging, you would find things. I'm not saying you would find treasure from the pirates or something like that, but you would find something. Humans lived here for a lot of time. Beautiful. The little fort. This is like, I would live here. Actually, would anyone notice if I lived here? I don't think people are crazy for this place that much. Could go deep and hide somewhere. Maybe make a little underground house. But the connection here is very bad, so I don't know what would I do there. Wouldn't he be able to live? I could get electricity from the mill. I would install something on the river, the stream, or solar panel. Okay, where am I? Oh, Hillfort, right. Of course, I'm on some kind of Hillfort. For a moment, I felt like somebody just spawned me here, and everything erased from my memory. Like, who am I? Where did I start the journey? How did I get here? It felt like that, honestly, for a moment. Okay, back to basics. Hey, stone. This part is all suspicious. If this crumbles down, everything will crumble. If that one, well, talking about this, if this crumbles down, the upper parts will as well. Okay. Now where's my stick? Waiting for me, my walking stick. Well, it's harder to get down actually. See, you have to be very careful. Okay, so this is the most challenging part, but luckily a lot of trees around which are safe, stable to catch on. Oh, actually climbing down was way easier. Okay, that's a new one. Slowly, carefully. There it is. I cannot do many acrobatics here because my mother will watch this and then she will be scared. I will have to listen to her for a few minutes about how I need to be cautious. It's cute in a way. Oh. Wow. The sun setting. The wall. I was sitting on top here a moment ago. So yeah, it took some time since I'm here to research a bit further, and I'm not disappointed. So many things within our reach. I'm walking on history, centuries of history, but I don't see anything underneath the earth. I'll take photo, move on. As I was going back there, that place of St. Anna's Church from the 12th century, I seen a snake. It was right in front of me. It got scared and it moved so quickly. I can't understand how something can crawl that quickly. It's just like some magic. Entirely black snake. I met those before. They are harmless, but when they bite you, they say it's not really pretty. They're not venomous. And I'm so sad I didn't manage to catch it. It crawled in front of me and then climbed the tree and looked at me from the tree. It wasn't really a pleasant moment necessarily, you know, because some kind of primal instincts kick in, you move away, but it's okay. I got way more scared the first time. As soon as I seen its color and figured it's not the most dangerous one, I was okay. My heart even didn't beat that much. So yeah, interesting. And I will never forget one encounter with the same species on ancient Illyrian Hillfort when I was walking on the place where the graveyard once was, and I was talking about ancestors and the ghosts jokingly. I was recording. One day I will publish it. And this snake appeared immediately. It went toward me actually, looked at me, went toward me and then moved away. Well, must admit I was scared. That time, yes. Now a bit less, but this time it ran away from me. It didn't really run away toward me like that first time. Oh, that was very scary. Didn't understand what's going on. Yeah, that interesting moment happened, but apparently I was not able to record it. And I'm moving slowly back. I can't wait to have a warm shower, to have a nice meal, watch what I recorded and rest a bit. Tomorrow is Monday. You know how we all are pretty excited about Mondays. Yeah, so look at this thing. It's so sticky. I think it will take away my shoe from my feet, and I'll have to go naturally barefoot. Oh, okay, come on, really. Oh, get away from me, mud. Well, okay, I will look like a cave woman again, but I got used to it. That's it. Mission success. 1 snake met, 2 people and 1 doggo met. Escaped the German tourists. Life's good. Accidentally found the place I was working for. Does not happen every day.